And then, I've noticed, like, especially when it comes to acting, overthinking is probably one of your greatest enemies.
I agree.
And I think that also contributes to any kind of other art you do. When it comes to art, and the reason that artists are the way they are is usually because they don't think like the standard 9 to 5, working kind of person, right? Because if they did, they wouldn't be artists. They would just be Joe from The Office, who's a little funny,
Yes.
I think that's why I enjoy acting, I think it just comes,
I know we've spoken about this before, but, like, what was it like a specific, like, movie or, like, selection of movies that made you go, okay, I want to do this?
I've gotten that question before. And I think I like to attribute it to a feeling I've received. And I always compare it to Jurassic Park. I think when I was younger, I was like maybe like 6 or something. And I thought I wanted to be a paleontologist because I really liked Jurassic Park. I love the dinosaurs. I love the reactions from the people. I thought that the paleontologists were the coolest part. Like, obviously the dinosaurs were awesome, but, like, we have Jurassic World, and we have the new movies. We have Velocipaster. Like, we have all these different types of dinosaurs fucking movies.
I remember that one.
Yeah, but, like, what makes Jurassic Park so unique is the people, right? It's the actors that are in it. It's the amount of effort that the director and the special effects team put. Like, it's the people that really made that movie great. And when I was younger, I always attributed my love to that movie to my love for dinosaurs. And I still love dinosaurs. When I was younger, I would go to the Museum of Natural History.
Right, yeah.
And I'd be showing up the tour guide. I'd be mentioning dinosaur names before he could because I already recognized them based on the fossil and, the structure of it. I was able to recognize different families of dinosaur. I'd be awesome. Like, oh, that's a relative of T-Rex because of the vertebrae and the way it's set up. Like, I used to be a super fucking nerd. I used to have all the dinosaur books, dude. Dinosaur books, dragon books.
You ever had, like, those Discovery books?
Yeah.
It was I'm about to unlock some core memories. The Scholastic Book Fair.
Yes.
And like, because that was me with space.
The reason I got into acting was because eventually I realized that my love for paleontology and my love for dinosaurs was actually a love for acting. I wanted to recreate the experience that I had when I watched Jurassic Park and then when I watched, some of my favorite movies at the time. Mm-hmm. Because I remember how that made me feel, and I wanted to make other people feel that way. And a lot of what I like to do, especially when it comes to my art, in whatever shape it might take on, is just have fun and to make something that I can be proud of, So, yeah, to answer your question, Jurassic Park and fucking dinosaurs.
Fucking dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's even though no, I'm a liar. It is a specific artist. There were 2 albums, right? It was To Pimp a Butterfly and Forest Hills Drive by J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. But more specifically, J. Cole was the rapper that really made me feel like
I feel like he's a great mix of skill and vibes.
Yes.
I feel like J. Cole has almost mastered that at that point in his career.
I think he did. I think that was like Forest Hills Drive to me was not only like one that was like, I don't care how much of a meme it is of like, remember that meme of like, J. Cole did this with no features. Yeah. Like, I know it's a meme, but like, that's a fucking feat. He was the first rapper to do, at least that we know, to do that.
And he's also really close to our generation.
Yes.
His music was really well built to shape the 2010s.
Yes.
A lot of people still have his music. I still have some of his music on my playlist. Shoutouts to Hallows, closing down soon.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
It broke my fucking heart when I learned.
R.I.P.
I remember, I'm not gonna dox people.
I'm not gonna dox people.
Yeah, I'm not gonna count
Do it.
like that. But it's like
35 Street, Cherry Drive. I'm just making up streets.
the fucking
zip code
Con Street.
6969.
Was it 123 like Con Street or place from SpongeBob?
Yo.
But
All Hallows Way. That was so crazy. The All Hallows Way was so trendy. They made it a street. That's how crazy that place was.
I thought that was so cool though.
I loved it
because it's like the same way. There's like a Big Pun Plaza. There's like that. There's the
I'm gonna
street
be honest,
left Doom.
That place left after we left. Like I think the place it was. And I don't know how other people feel about their alma maters, but like I'm not gonna hold you. When I left All Hallows, that shit was trash. I didn't even have a reason to come back. That's how trash that shit was.
I can't even lie to you. Like I remember I went back with Victor Yagazi and Robert, and we were just chilling. Mm-hmm. And it was like just bumping into other teachers, and like some things didn't change, and it was cool to see. Of course, yeah. But like I saw like
it's hard to change a whole building. Time out. You just reminded me. Is the gym teacher still there? Do you remember the gym teacher we had? He was old as fuck.
I know. I forgot his name, but I know exactly what you're talking about. I didn't see him.
Also, you probably weren't looking for him because gym was not our subject.
It was not.
It was not our time.
But, I think they got rid of Jug.
What?
They got rid of Jug.
Why?
I don't know.
That was like the best part, knowing that some asshole who was shitting on the teacher would go to Jug.
Yeah. Or like I heard something about homework clinic that like they were changing it, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
I got so mad.
So
I got so mad about
for the
that.
FYI, for anybody who don't know, I'm gonna say it because I don't give a fuck. Fuck the new principal who popped up instead of Sully. My homie Sully passed away a little while ago, and God rest his soul. That man has changed so many young men's lives for the better,
including the both of us.
Yes, I would argue that Sully is one of the biggest reasons as to why I am the man I am now, because that man showed me what it is to be a man. You know, he went above and beyond to make sure, and don't get it twisted, he wasn't perfect. No one here, no one at that school, no one out of that school is perfect.
We're all human beings.
But I will always say, Sully was the closest thing to a perfect man in my mind as you can get. Sully was very cordial when it came to handling situations where people would conflict with him.
Yes.
At least in front of us. Mm-hmm. You know, behind closed doors is their business because they're faculty and they see a different side of him because he has to be their boss. But to us, he was a role model. Yes, and regardless of what anyone says about that man, outside of that school, whatever, I know that whenever I saw his face, he did his 110% best to show me who I should be. And let me tell you, I aspire to be like that man every day. Because that man gave me opportunities because he saw something in me that I didn't even see in myself at the time. So, for a little context, when I was in 8th grade, prior to 8th grade, a few years, I was on a streak of being made fun of. And I didn't have a huge confidence. But I came to All Hallows, and this man, Sully, saw potential in me that I didn't see in myself. Now, whether or not that was who I truly was, or if, I became that, doesn't matter to me. Because I know that I couldn't have done it without him in my life. Right? And I think I would have been a very different man. That doesn't mean I would have been less of a man. That doesn't mean I would have been a failure as a man, but I would have been a different man. And I'm very happy with the man I became going to that school. That guy, shout out to that guy. Shout out to Sully, bro. Shout out to Fontana for helping me realize I like theater, though.
Yeah, huge shout out to him too, Mr. Fontana, who's one of the best people.
I have to grab a beer with him or something, because I was talking about how I needed to meet up with Sully, and I kept hearing how he had cancer, and I didn't want to see him like that, because I always recognize that, if I do go down there, I'm going to be spending all of my college money, and, I felt to an extent some imposter syndrome because I hadn't seen him in so long. I was like, should I go down to see him? Would he want to see me? So, I don't know. I was going through my own thing in college, but I think my biggest regret in life is never seeing him in the hospital. I wanted to say hi to him again as a different man before he passed away. Because that man was something else.
Bro, when I saw the post on Instagram, like I teared up.
Dude, I got depressed.
There
were weeks where I was sitting there. I felt you. Yeah, right. Because every time I thought of him, dude, I was like, that was somebody that I could always look towards to have his chin up and look in my direction and say, "You got it."
Yeah. One of the coolest things.
Yeah.
Was a personal family friend, and if he listens to this, he knows exactly who he is, right? He's one of my dad's best friends, but he went to All Hallows. He graduated there.
Yeah.
Right. And I'll never forget. He said, "Yo, go to Sully, say if he knows this guy." Bro, I'll never forget the day I told Sully that, and he said, "Oh yeah, so and so. Oh, you know him?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's my dad's best friend." He's like, "Oh, small world." Yo, tell him I said what's up, and I was like, "What
he
the
knew
fuck?"
Details about people.
It was so cool.
Their best friends didn't know. Sully knew my birthday before Seb. Sully could spit out my birthday the first semester I went over there.
Like, so this is like before we met.
No, we met, but like you didn't know my birthday.
That's what I mean.
It was too early in our friendship.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, let me correct that.
Dude,
not before we met. That'd be crazy.
Because even though yes, I did technically meet Sully before you because open house.
Right.
But like
the way you said it, it sounded like yes, Seb. He knew it before you did. I'm
no. I was just saying like that's how crazy the man was. No. Like if you listen, Sully was astonishing. Like he blew me away sometimes with how how wild he cared about us. He had a lot of love for the guys over there, like the students specifically. I don't know how he felt about the faculty because he has to be their boss, but when it came to the students, he really cared about a lot of us. Like some of the troublemakers, he gave chance and chance again that he should not have.
I also
agree. Some people who went too far over the line, he was not afraid to kick them out. Remember that kid who brought weed? I was like, this guy has to be slow.
I'm convinced he was. My man.
He wasn't meant for that place.
I got you. I'll never forget.
We got booted so fast. I didn't even see him the next day.
That day, I will never forget. It was our sophomore year.
Yeah.
And we, for context, right? We would both, especially in sophomore year, like most of our classes, we'd sit together, right?
Yeah.
So right next to each other at the front.
Dude, we were best friends from the get.
I'll never forget.
Different numbers in the classroom.
I didn't know something was up until deer. I think you remember now, right?
Yes, because of the smell. I was like,
you had
fall?
That's my grandpa. That's what my great grandpa would do. He'd be like, I ain't fall, right?
Yo, like motherfuckers stink in here. Yo, I thought I was stupid. I was checking if it was me, bro. I was like, did I not take a shower today?
I smelled something, but I didn't think anything of it. But I will never forget. We're just chilling. We're reading the manga. We're like whispering to each other.
What a vibe.
And that's when, speaking of Jurassic Park, I'm thinking, yo, is the soundtrack playing? Because who the fuck is knocking so loud on that door? Nah, that's Sully.
Yo, like a T-Rex approaching, bro.
Bro, he might as well be fucking Logan from the X-Men. He is Wolverine. He fucking opens the door. Yo, he starts sniffing.
Sully would play Wolverine.
He would. Yo, he was like
short white man.
You remember the fucking what is it called? Ultimate X-Men, I think, or no, X-Men Evolution. That's the name of the cartoon. Like that Wolverine. So. Right, he was that one. Like, give him the cowboy hat and everything. He might as well. And he just walks in. He just starts sniffing, and then he just goes, desk 1, desk 2, get your shit outside. And we looked at each other like, whoa.
Motherfuckers had to start going outside by the lines. What was he thinking, dude? Like,
he wasn't.
College would have been different. College, I would have been like, all right, the professor will just deal with it because, listen, in college, and I'm going to be so real with you, Seb, college is so they don't give a fuck. 90% of the time.
My dad told me that.
Unless it's a really small class, they don't give a fuck about you, bro.
Yeah, that's
and they
college,
care
though.
Less. I would have wanted to smoke with that man. I think, honestly, I'm gonna be so real with you. Mr. Sullivan would light one with me.
There's one chapter in our life that I want to get into because I just to talk about it, because not just for the audience listening to this.
Oh, when you fucking left?
Jesus Christ, not like that. You're making God, you make me sound like such a dick.
I just wanted to call you out. It's not his fault. He had to move. Like, I thought it was the funniest thing because we still remain friends after all these years.
Yeah, we got closer.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to hold that against you, dude. I hate you.
I want to get into, like, Smash Brothers and how we
Dude, how influential. People meet on Tinder. People meet on Bumble. People meet, hell, even on Grindr. You know where we fucking met? Smash.
I wanted to talk about like Smash Brothers and more so just how we met because I wanted to not just.
So there were mad bitches that pulled up, and Seb and I were playing Super Smash Bros. 4. Obviously, the two would be correlated.
Exactly.
I want to get a big ass. I have a pretty solid TV, but I want to get a big ass, like an unnecessarily big ass TV,
Just
to
do,
play
yeah.
Smash on.
I would, yeah, I'm with
Dude,
you on
that'd
that.
be so fire.
That'd
I
be
put that
great.
shit in my living room. I have that should be a flat screen, bro.
Play Smash MVCM Mortal Kombat and just call it a day.
I need to go to Best Buy one of these days and pick up like a $700 60-something inch, fucking 8 inches hard, you know, wide, fucking screen, dude. Like,
I want to document like, you know, just how our friendship began and where we got to that point, and also just to share the love of Smash Brothers, because there's a lot of, as someone who,
I'm so
like,
sad that was the last one.
I know did you know that the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out?
I heard about it.
And listen,
No.
hold on, no, they didn't announce anything, but shout out.
I was
real quick.
about to say, imagine
No.
they have something like Super Smash Bros. Requiem.
That's a hard name.
Dude, that shit would be so fire.
And
And
listen,
it's like,
I gotta say this though. Listen, I gotta
forget
say,
about everyone. They bring everything. They get different IPs. And they're like, dude, we got shit from like PlayStation. So you can play against Kratos.
No, that's what I'm saying. Listen, that's what I'm saying. I was talking to shout out Bronx Boy, East Tremont, Johnny, real quick. Johnny was talking, saying, you know they're gonna bring Smash back, and I'm just like, you sure?
Bro, they can. How are they gonna do it?
That's what I mean. Like, if you're gonna bring back, listen, they better call it Requiem because that's a hard ass name.
Dude,
but like, if you're
so
gonna,
fire.
it's like just
Listen,
Smash
I copyright that. If it comes out that Nintendo calls it fucking Requiem, bro, it was me. I did it. All right. Requiem is such a hard fucking name, bro. They should just call it Smash Requiem.
Smash Requiem. But like, you have to top this shit because, like, listen, I'm gonna smash for those.
That's why he's the GOAT.
There's a lot of people, and listen, this isn't shots at the fighting game community because I don't want to get fucked.
A little bit though, because I play a lot of fighting games. I'll attest to what he says. Go ahead.
Listen. Smash Brothers is one of the greatest fighting games ever.
Yes.
You can't tell me. Yo, Black Brains just felt a pang in his heart. He's gonna send me a message like, "You're off of Slug Boys." But
yeah, because let's be
but
real.
like,
So many other fighting games go so flat that with Smash, it was the originator of large character sets.
And also the type of game it was, of just like launching people off screen compared to the health
so easy if you wanted it to be, or it could be harder. Like, you could have a traditional fighting game if you wanted by having the percents.
Yes.
Right? Or by having the health bars in certain
the stamina shit,
Yeah. So in those games, they revolutionized how people take fighting games because they were like, what if we just had a good time, guys? And they were like, let's put items in this shit. Right? Because we had games like Mortal Kombat that were traditionally 2D fighters, but didn't have the same kind of family flair that, you know, Smash Bros. Has. Like, I've played Smash Bros. With my little brother.
Yes.
I would never, when we were younger, like 6, we would not, like when he was 6 and I was like a tween, he would not want to play Mortal Kombat because he didn't get it yet.
Right.
Smash was relatively easy. You press whatever fucking buttons and it did something. Right? As long as you learn how to jump and up B, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Exactly. You can do whatever you want. Yeah.
Right? You didn't need to be a professional to have fun at the game or to just win.
For me, one of the things that got me to
sometimes
Smash
it's
Brothers,
just mind games. You don't even need combo.
That's true. That's part of everything.
That's part of the love I have for fighting games.
Yeah. For me, the thing that got me into Smash like crazy, the Smash Brothers that got got me into the franchise was Smash Brothers Brawl. It was a Christmas gift from my grandma. Me
too, on the Wii.
And that's one of my favorite games of all time. If this gaming franchise didn't exist, Smash would be my favorite, but my favorite fighting game franchise of all time is Marvel vs. Capcom.
That's fair, but I didn't get it. I wish I got into it when you guys were into it. Yeah. Because I didn't get into it until Infinite already came out. And 3 and 2 were already kind of old at that point.
I got you. Yeah, I know you did play 3 a lot, though.
I did like to play 3 whenever I could. 3 was so much fun.
It is
the fact
fun
we
as
had
fuck.
Ghost Rider, and we had some fucking weird Avatar dog.
Amaterasu. That's from the game Okami, which we got to play that game together. They're making Okami 2 right now. And
you ever played, I think it's like Shadow Rising or something. It's the ninja game where you would just brutally kill people like it was God of War, but it was with ninjas.
I heard of
Ninja
Gaiden?
Maybe.
Because I played Ninja Gaiden
with a
before.
Black ninja fit, and he has like a silver crest right here.
Yes, that's Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
I played it before.
Yeah.
I played Ninja Gaiden 3 on the 360.
The fire ability.
Oh yeah, you can summon a dragon, and you can.
I think it summons a dragon.
Yeah,
I have to check my Steam so I can find it.
I've played. I played Children of the Atom before. I've played Marvel superheroes. The first Marvel vs. Capcom. But for me, the thing that really hammered it home, we had a PlayStation 2, and my dad had a copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. To this day, my favorite fighting game of all time. If that makes me a basic bitch, I don't fucking care.
That's what God of War 3 is to me.
Like, Modern Warfare. I mean, OG Modern Warfare is great, but that's another conversation. But Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is so, like, influential to me. Not only did it really get me into Marvel Comics the way I am now, because I also love drawing the way I love rapping, but it's also like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was Ultimate to me before Ultimate, because that was the craziest crossover to me. Oh my god, Ryu, Ken, Mega Man, and M. Bison in the same game as Spider-Man, Wolverine, Iron Man, and Hulk. What the fuck are we doing? Bro, as a kid, Venom was one of my favorite characters ever, and when I saw it, I didn't like I remember I saw like Marvel vs. Capcom like games in arcades, but I was a small child. I didn't really remember it.
It's so much deeper. It brings it back to like your origins with the Marvel like series.
With that game like made me love Marvel Comics the way I do now, and it also really introduced me to like.
It's such a shame what's happening now then. Because I feel like we were at such a peak. I feel like even X-Men Origins Wolverine was better than what we have now.
Bro, that's to this day, that's considered the greatest like movie tie-in game of all time.
Yeah.
Like it was fucking...
It was so good. Dude, that's what Marvel Rivals is kind of making me feel that way. Where it's making me want to watch all Marvel.
Marvel Rivals is that good.
Again. Yeah, I love it. Dude, I'm playing comp and I'm like Platinum 3, I think, right now.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I'm doing pretty good. But, like, I'm kind of hard stuck because I'm playing with randoms.
Right.
You know, and a lot of people are unsynchronized. And I was able to kind of solo carry some of my games because I play Flex. So I can play pretty much any role.
Right.
And I can play them pretty well. But now my skill's really being tested because at Plat, you're meeting a bunch of other great players.
Yes.
It's just a question of whether or not, you know, you're playing the right characters based on your accuracy or your knowledge of the character.
Yeah.
You know, so like those premises are so much like more present in the game.
Here's off topic here, but like in the realm of like just old school gaming, like when we were growing up. I was again, shout out to Bronx Boy, talking with Johnny, and we were talking about like that era of like when we were kids. Agreed. Another thing that another thing that I miss about gaming. One of my besides Smash, another one of my favorite things in gaming period is Call of Duty Zombies. I'm talking World at War, Black Ops 2, shit like that. I remember it's not. I remember when the Moon Easter egg happened. There was a thing where like there was like a set of computers near like a missile launch station, right? So while someone was distracting the crawler on the side, someone played quote unquote Simon Says with the laptop, and if you got it correct, you not only unlocked the achievement of you did the Easter egg, but they launched the fucking this to show you how it connects. This is how cool it is.
Okay.
The missiles, 3 missiles launched, blew up the Earth. Basically set up Black Ops 2, which is why the Earth in Black Ops 2, like when you opened up the menu, why it looked so fucked up and why transit was a thing. Like it was 3 missiles that blew up the Earth. And if you went back to Area 51, which was the starting area, the zombies' eyes went from yellow to blue. They were setting up Black Ops 2, which was so cool. Wow. And people were discovering that. And I missed that era of gaming. And then Johnny and I started going back and forth. Like, bro, remember when you wanted to look up shit for Smash Brothers Brawl and you fell for the How to Unlock Shadow video? Even though it wasn't true, but you fell for it. But that was a whole era. I fell for the How to Unlock Master Hand. I remember fucking like Mario 64 DS. Here's how you get Waluigi. No, you can't get Waluigi. You got to do a fucking mod. But I was a kid. You didn't know that shit. But I missed that shit.
I did the Master Hand one. That was like, brutal.
I want to give Mortal Kombat 1, like the one out right now, credit. And one of the things I give NetherRealm credit for is that MK1 is continuing that old school like fighting game trend of similar to Smash, but even began back with Street Fighter. We're not unlocking characters, but more so bumping into secrets you didn't know. You know, like I forgot what it was. Like I don't know if it was a Street Fighter 2 or 3. I could be wrong. Okay. But basically, it was the introduction of Akuma. I forgot what it was, but you have to do a specific set of things. And instead of fighting M. Bison at the end as Ryu, if you did something else, Akuma would do the Raging Demon, kill M. Bison, and you have to fight him. And that was his first introduction. And so what MK1 did is that basically online, NetherRealm leaked
this list of things to unlock someone named Floyd, a pink ninja, which I get it, Pink Floyd, haha.
Okay.
But basically what would happen, try this in like when you play MK1, right? See some of those challenges, try to complete them. And either during the match or in the ending of the match, if you win, there should be like a pink dragon that appears and a guitar riff plays and it will say Floyd next to it. And if you unlock some of them, eventually when you're done with that match, it would immediately throw you into a field that I think that was in the trailer, like the first trailer for MK1.
Okay.
And you fight Floyd.
Wow.
Like, so like and he's a crazy boss fight. He's incredibly hard. But like his thing is like similar to like Pink Floyd and like the spectrogram that shows the rainbow and everything.
Okay.
He spawns in every color of the rainbow until he goes to pink and he goes to fight you. He's overpowered as shit, but he's so cool.
I love that.
And like I love little things
Isn't that
like
how
that.
Rain started? In I think it was like
MK9?
Mortal Kombat 9,
Like
maybe?
360 PS3.
Because I think there was. I'm not sure if there was always a Rain. Because I think it was. I'm thinking of just Sub-Zero, like old Sub-Zero.
Or like Smash Ultimate did this too. They introduced not Smash Ultimate, like sometimes like it was in Brawl they introduced this. Where like sometimes if you played on a harder difficulty, you would Master Hand would come in and then Crazy Hand would come in. Yeah, which was really cool, which I thought was cool.
Crazy Hand.
Or like in Ultimate, they did the thing where like depending on the character you were fighting.
What was that thing? It was like a boss rush. I think we're thinking about the same thing. Fucking shit.
And I know
it was about like a boss rush.
I know in
Brawl.
In Brawl there was a boss rush.
No, I think it was in 4. I think in Ultimate where you could fight against like a certain character's bosses.
Master Core. I think that's
Yes.
so like you would fight Master Hand and then like his I don't know if like his evil energy or something, but
It would be like at the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could prove that you mastered the character. Fucking crazy, dude. Because Master Hand really pushed you with some characters.
Yes.
That motherfucker was like, all right, I know you got a bad recovery. Let's like fuck you, bro.
For me, the thing I loved about Ultimate was like, let's say like if you wanted to increase the let's say you increase the difficulty and you played as certain characters. Like if you played as Luigi and Simon Belmont, the final boss wasn't Master Hand, it was Dracula. If you did it as Kirby, the final boss wasn't Master Hand, it was Marx. For Mario, you fought Bowser and then he turned into Giga Bowser, just like Melee. What else? Or if you played Yoshi, he'd fight Rathalos. Yeah.
That's fire.
Yoshi would fight Rathalos. Like,
Okay.
it was so crazy. Like, I love that shit.
You mentioned Rathalos, you set yourself up for failure.
Uh-oh.
I play Monster Hunter, bitch. You motherfuckers know who I am. I have almost 500 hours on Monster Hunter World. Alone. I also played Monster Hunter Rise. Fuck Monster Hunter Rise, by the way. I don't know why, but I like the gameplay loop less in your game than I do in Monster Hunter World. I don't know why. I can do more, but for some reason it's not as appealing. I don't understand. I think it's because I like Charge Blade better before I went to PC. That might have been it. But also, no, I played Monster Hunter World on PC. I don't know.
Something I want to talk
You
about.
should play Monster Hunter Wilds. Shout out to Monster Hunter Wilds. You bitches
Will
don't
do.
play Monster
That's the
Hunter
plan. That's
Wilds.
the
I'm
plan.
gonna burn you.
Something I want to do to go back to not just the artistry conversation, but also to go back to your
mom.
career. Your career as an actor and what you're trying to do.
Word.
You have a very impressive career in terms of being in plays, especially recently.
This is true.
You had a lead role in what was the name of the
Cabaret.
play? Cabaret, legendary.
I love
legendary
Cabaret. Let me
What-
tell you, one of my favorite shows I've ever worked on.
What was not just Cabaret, but like even when you were first starting and building your resume through that front, doing Broadway shows like that, what was that like?
So like, I've always been surrounded by like theater, and I think a lot of that has to do with like just where I was raised. I was raised around a lot of like high thinkers. You know, like I was around people who were smart and would use their intelligence for the better. You know, like my mom was very much like that. My father was like that with his career. You know, my stepdad's like that. And Sully was like that. You know, a lot of people who just applied themselves the best they could. And I think a lot of that had to do with what they were taught.
Right.
And a lot of their dedication comes from, rather than passion, obligation. Some people, not all of them.
Right.
I do think that all of them do have some form of passion. Otherwise, why would we do it, right?
Exactly.
You know, you have to believe in what you do in some extent. But I really went over the edge, and I decided that I was going to pursue the thing I knew I could do, and I had the most fun doing it. So a lot of that has to do with theater. I've noticed the first professional play now that I'm in is a theater show. I've worked on other stuff like Law and Order and this new movie coming out with Denzel Washington and what's his name? Spike Lee. Directed by Spike Lee. I forgot the name, but it's coming out soon. And
hey,
the name's already been announced.
Shout out to Denzel Washington, one of the greatest to ever do it.
Word. I didn't get to see him or anything, but it was cool to be in like by Spike Lee and to see him work.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That you can say that, yeah.
Yeah. That was really nice.
That's how I felt being
seeing
near.
a professional work.
That's how I felt being near Nicholas Craven. I have the for like especially my underground rap heads, because I'm a huge one. Listening to this podcast, like I went to a place called SOBs, West 42nd, legendary like indie space. Like J. Cole and Big Sean performed there before.
Nice.
And Nicholas Craven is one of my favorite producers. Like he does the drumless scene in hip hop. Very cool.
Dude, Seinfeld's performing at was a constant at the 44th Street production space.
Yeah.
It's called the Producers Club.
You told me about this. Yeah, we had a call about it. Yeah.
Seinfeld was doing a lot of work in there. So that's another spot. And some other people from Seinfeld were also there.
That's so cool.
Yeah, because they were
so
all
cool.
friends, you know? And that's one of the places they met.
That's so cool.
Or at least I think that's where they hung out at least.
And for me, like I like I say, I dapped up Nicholas Craven, which was cool.
Word.
But I also met rappers like The Godfather, him, which I don't know if he would be listening to him. If we're listening to him, I don't know if he's listening to this. But if he is, shout out to the one rapper I knew who was killing it on the stage wearing a Vegito shirt, and one of the nicest individuals I've ever seen. It was really
Gogeta's better.
Johnny's gonna hear this and he's gonna get set off. But
Gogeta smiles after every battle because he knows he's gonna die.
but like the Godfather, him was so fucking cool. Like he was rushing to go to like whatever next spot he had to go to, but he was stopping to sign vinyls and take pictures with people, like a Scooby-Doo scene. Like he was so nice. Also shout out to Mike Shab, because I saw him perform there on stage too. And humongous shout out to the Slug Boys master himself, my mentor Black Brains, which because of him I could sit here and say I am on a song with him.
Nice.
It was crazy to have that happen and then see him perform. Also, thank you, Brains, for allowing me to go to that show as well. But anyway, to a final thing here, I want to ask you two specific questions.
Okay.
The first one to relate to, of course, your career, and the other one just because I love asking people these questions. With other people I've interviewed, like before, and also just conversations, right? I always love asking people like, hey, what's your top 5 this, top 5 that? Do you have like a top 5, if not top 5 actors, top 5 movies that have influenced you the most? I can't speak to that.
Okay.
Nice.
Interesting. All right. I'm gonna say more influences because I think to me, it's more the people who inspired me to be who I am. You know what I mean? Because, like, I don't have necessarily a favorite because I see each actor in their own respects, and I think that they're all specialists in their own field. You know, like, The Rock obviously is not somebody who a lot of people like, but he gets people in, you know, their asses in seats.
Yes,
so
he does.
A lot of times people are like, I want to go see The Rock because they're a casual viewer. But like you and I, who, you know, have perspectives on art, we see The Rock and we're like, okay, he's kind of shit. Basically, I'm saying a lot of people have bad taste, and a lot of people go to movies and don't care that they're seeing bad movies.
Very true.
You know, I'm not afraid to say that because it's crazy. But not all movies are meant to be like super deep or super philosophical. Sometimes they're just meant to be eye candy. And that's okay. Which is why I always say, no one can shit on The Rock because he's making so much more money than you. for a reason.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'll give you that.
Here's what I'm going to tell you.
Yes.
I'm going to name 5 people that come to mind.
Yes.
In terms of the person I want to be as an entertainer. Because to me, I think that's so much more of the game that people don't see. Mm-hmm. And that shit happens all the time where people are like, I don't know. So, one of the people I would say is Gabriel Iglesias.
Fuck yeah.
I would say as a performer, as a person, as a critic of himself, you know, that man is extremely influential for a reason.
I agree.
He's so funny and so heartwarming.
I agree 100%.
A lot of people see him as like the golden egg in comedy.
Yeah.
You know?
I also want to say this one thing, not to interrupt your list, but it's just, especially just because over the years, and of course the people that are in my life that I care for deeply, mm-hmm. Gabriel Iglesias is one of the few comedians I know that he does not specifically punch down on people. Mm-hmm. And I say that in the sense of, like, I get it, comedians make, like, you know, your job is to make fun of people. Yeah, I know, I get it, comedians make fun of people all the time, but I've seen comedians do, like, real mean shit, talking about groups of people.
What's that guy's name? Jack R.I.P or whoever? He did a comedy special and everyone was upset because he was talking about sexual assault inappropriately.
Yeah, people like that, or, like, I know, like, even comedians that I love, you know, like, they're being transphobic, they're being homophobic.
Says some kind of crazy shit.
But Gabriel Iglesias, I 100%. He's a person that, like, I agree. He's just a heartwarming person.
Yeah.
He doesn't just make you laugh, but he leaves you with, like, a good feeling in your heart, and I think that's very important.
And especially when you listen to how appreciative he is of being a celebrity, that inspires me more than anything. Right? To be thankful for everything that I do have, as, you know, someone has my own skills and has my own, you know, challenges as an artist. So, you know, that's at least how I feel about that. So that's one.
Yep.
I would say, for the opposite reason, The Rock. Right?
No.
You know, somebody who strictly goes off of vibes and knows his, you know, his specialty. I look at that and I'm like, let's go. That's fucking crazy, you know. Because some people are content with that, and that each aspect of a different kind of artist always makes me happy. Another one is Adam Sandler.
Ooh,
Adam Sandler is a very inspirational artist to me because I feel like he has a similar thing to The Rock in terms of his grind, but he knows how to be funny with it and he cares about his friends.
Yes.
You know, a lot of times we look at artists and usually we see nepotism more often than not.
Yeah.
But friends, especially funny friends, like, let's be real, especially for the time that they were funny, they were great. You know, a lot of them were stand-up comics. A lot of them had done work with him previous. And, you know, you start seeing them in all of these other shows. It gives them more publicity. That's you lifting people up with you.
Yeah, especially back in the 90s and early 2000s. Anytime Adam Sandler had a movie, you were going to see, what's his name, Rob Schneider there? You were going to see him there. You were going to see him there.
You were going to see Paul Blart.
I love Paul Blart.
Yeah. We're going to see Everybody Hates Chris, the narrator.
Chris Rock?
Chris Rock, thank you.
I was like, how do you forget Chris Rock?
And it's cold.
He's like, Yoda, how did you become so small? Cigarettes and crack. Right, let's see, it was Gabriel Iglesias, it was The Rock, it was Adam Sandler. Who were your other two?
Let's see. I'm trying to think. You never make me think of this, buddy. And I love that. I didn't expect that question tonight. Let me see.
I broke him.
No. I'm just thinking of all the artists while I'm high. I'm surprised I gave you 3. Let me see. Oh! There's a guy that I've recently... He was in a movie with Sebastian Stan. I can't remember the name of the actor, but he has a very specific deformity that makes him specialize in certain roles because it lends an eye to the experience. And I think that more than anything, he has a very different perspective on it because of some of the work he's done. And I'm going to specifically mention a different man. I can't remember the name of the actor. I'm going to look it up right now. But he's especially good. And oh my God, dude, I saw A Different Man and I want to look at all his work Like, he's so good, and a lot of people don't know him, and I think that's such a shame.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh my God, what's his name? Oh, also Shaggy. I want to give a shout out to Shaggy as one of the influential people.
Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Shout out Matthew Lillard.
Shout out Matthew Lillard, but more specifically for his scenes in Scream, and then for most of his life being a comedic actor.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, and then to go to like a kind of crazy, still funny sort of actor, I love it.
He played a fucking...
That was like one of my favorite roles I've always wanted to play. Because it's the Joker who's kind of psycho. I love it.
He played William Afton in the fucking Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
That's the only thing. I didn't really like that. But
really?
You don't have to like
I thought he did cool.
He did, considering it was a Five Nights at Freddy's movie, but I just didn't want a Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Listen, I'll give you this, because I actually unironically enjoy Five Nights at Freddy's, especially the first 3 games.
What's the name of the movie I was talking about? A Different Man.
Yeah. But like, the movie is not perfect by any means, but for FNAF fans, it was perfect.
Adam Pearson.
That's
Yes.
so cool.
He's really good. And I was so surprised to find that he was such a good actor, because I saw that this was an A24 film, but I don't know, I didn't expect anything of it, because I had only seen like a little piece of the trailer before hitting click. Because I was like, I'm just watching all of A24, and this was amazing. I love this movie. So the actor especially blew me out of the water. And I want to make a very specific shout out, because I should have put him on the list instead of The Rock. Robin Williams.
Fuck yeah.
Robin Williams for sure.
I miss him every day.
Robin Williams for sure, bro. Because Robin Williams was such a unique and different kind of actor that I'm sure everyone and their mother has already heard, because of how sensational his movies are to culture.
Yes.
But overall, a wonderful man. I'm so sad that we had to see him go.
I agree.
Word. And the joy he brought people was,
second to none.
Uncomparable.
In my opinion, because I'm an animation nerd, top 3 one of the best performances in any animated movie is his role as Genie, the OG Aladdin.
Yeah.
You don't beat that.
Dude, it was so bright the first time I watched it. Like his personality, I feel like he was the best part of the movie, dude.
I agree.
Dude, he was so funny and so like energized in those roles that it was like,
Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside of the carpet at all times, because we're out of here. Like, you don't beat that.
Dude, remember his performance in Robots? When he played the red dude?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, or Happy Feet, Lovelace? Lovelace! Come on, my brother. Come on, my brother, help me. Help me. Okay. I am ready to go. Bro, like Robin Williams was so next level with his voices, bro, that him and Fluffy were like that to me. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes I question if Fluffy was at the same level, because Fluffy is so successful that I didn't even peep. He has stadiums bigger than Kevin Hart, I think.
Absolutely. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense to me.
Bro, but like ever Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy to see that, because I always thought that people were going to be, dying for Kevin Hart forever, but obviously they didn't. They have only gone up for Fluffy.
I agree.
Bro, and it makes so much sense, because he's always remained genuine, and it creates such a level of trust with him, between him and his audience.
I agree.
That's what I want to be as an artist. Like, I would love to go around and know that a lot of other people, even if they don't like me, recognize that what I'm doing is best for me. And
it's genuine.
Yeah, and it's genuine.
Nothing fake.
Word, because I don't have to make everybody happy. I'm sure people don't like Fluffy in one way or another. They're like, oh, he's corny or whatever. I'm not into him, the Spanish guy. But like, overall, he's such a talented artist that you gotta recognize the game.
Of course. And now I wanna... This one is just more so for fun. But just to do it, because I always do this too, because it's just... we're both artists, even though, in my sense, it's me as a illustrator and musician and lyricist, compared to you being an actor and even the director too, because you've had your hand in directing.
I have. That was a lot of fun too.
But
I have the article from that still.
Oh,
they
really?
They did a paper on it for the town, and I have it on the SUNY website.
That is crazy.
I liked it. I thought it was cool, but like, I don't know. I feel like everybody gets it, but I'm very happy that I got it.
Even then, that's something to be proud of.
Because I could have never been cast in a show. Like, people have not been cast in shows because they suck. You know, like, they sometimes... not necessarily that they're skilled or not. It's like, sometimes there's other factors that get you cast. And I say this all the time to any artist and to any person who's even interested in acting.
Yes.
This specifically goes for acting, but I think it also applies outside of it. When you're an artist, there are so many ways that you can fuck up, but there's also so many ways you can succeed. And the only difference is which one you do better.
That's true.
Right? Because you're going to have 8 million failures in this type of business, because you're going to put out a lot of stuff that people don't care about and that you don't get traction on, because you have to start somewhere.
Yes.
And I think that one of the biggest things and one of the easiest things for me mentally when it came to acting was recognizing that it wasn't going to be a sprint, it was going to be a marathon.
Thank you for saying that.
And
a lot of people don't get it.
Arts.
Now, the last question I wanted to ask, just for the sake of fun, do you have a top 5 like favorite rappers? I just wanted to ask.
Can I just do artists?
You just do artists in general. Do artists in general, yeah.
Because I like a lot of music.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to just do rap. Because in my mind, rap is not interpretive, but like so many different things can be classified as rap.
That is true.
Like Don Toliver. I say that despite the fact that he's very kind of sing-songy with his music. And although a lot of his lyrics are like, you know, very R&B,
Yes.
he is very much a trap R&B artist. Mm-hmm. So to me, that's one. I like the sound. Let's see. Tory Lanez is another one. I love Tory Lanez. I think a lot of his music is really good. I can't really say this anymore.
You want to risk it or no?
You want to risk it?
It's up to you.
I used to be really into Drake. I'll admit it. And a lot of the old songs I still like. But like, wait, where the fuck did that go? What the fuck? Oh
no, did it drop?
Maybe. Oh, here we go.
You crazy.
What? That happens all the time.
Kendrick just opened his mouth. I know I was talking about this with you earlier, but just that day when Family Matters dropped, and then Meet the Grams dropped. 30. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god.
I do not care.
We got it.
I don't care.
I'm still gonna listen to Marvin's Room. Different.
Okay, those are your 3. Who are your other 2?
Let's see. I think Juice WRLD, no matter how hard I try to leave Juice WRLD, he always comes back. He always manages to make it into my playlist because he had a very different tone to him compared to a lot of other rappers.
Who is the final artist that's very influential to you?
So I said Juice WRLD. Yeah. Billy Joel.
Well, that's a great choice.
And
that's an amazing choice.
I know he's not a rapper, but Billy Joel.
Billy Joel's a fantastic choice.
Yeah, no, I didn't expect to like Billy Joel, but because of the way people described him, and I felt like the people I didn't like the most also liked Billy Joel, so I just avoided Billy Joel. But then I realized Billy Joel has so many songs that I actually know and like, that the second I tuned into him, I was like, oh my god, oh my god. Whoa, for the longest time. Whoa. You know, like, he has a lot of nice music.
The Piano Man meme is one of my favorite fucking memes ever.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to find a bathroom up here, bud.
Probably not. It's okay.
Let's go this way.
But yeah, thank you so much, bro, for
of course.
Allowing me to do this with you. I've always wanted to do this with you.
Yeah, now he's going to kill me and bury me at Central Park.
Oh, yeah, it's over for him. Yeah, he's cooked.
What?
Can I get to the yams? Sweet yams. Told me the way. You drop your shit, I'm gonna get it.
Thank you.